One example that I find is of high ignorance among Singaporeans is the topic of undetectable equals untransmittable, or U equals U for short.
They can create a safer working place by having good policies, as well as corporate social responsibility to get their team involved with people living with HIV, that they're just like any one of us and capable of good work.
Education is also important because with education, we can break down stigma and have a supportive community.
We also need to know people who are living with HIV can actually live on a very good life. HIV is not a death sentence.
I think the most important thing for friends, families, and communities is to realize that it is just a chronic disease, as much as diabetes, hepatitis B, and many other diseases that's just manageable for life. When we don't really make a big deal out of it, it's nothing much to talk about, and you don't make a big deal or overly concerned about the fact that someone has HIV. I think that's the most important thing. Maybe you can say something like, just take your medication, then you'll be fine. You know, being able to treat it just like any other chronic medication or chronic condition is very important, and that changes our attitude towards them.
And I think there's a select group that really knows about this. You know, they know where the clinics are held, and they know when to go. But then that information may not really reach these marginalized groups. So I think that's something we could do better, to reach out to them. And also when we reach out to them is also to address the fear of what happens if I am positive, right? How do I live my life? How does life go on as per normal? And maybe it would help to give them some idea of what life looks like, that it's pretty much normal. And maybe the best way to do that is to have a lived person's experience.
And I hope that with the modern technology and all the information that we have, we are able to educate ourselves, to understand more about how these viruses or this virus can be contracted, and how we can give proper respect and concern and consideration to those people who are contracted with this virus.
The Candlelight Memorial is a day where we commemorate and honor the lives that has been lost to the epidemic. On this day, we would like to show our commitment and support to the people living with HIV, and together we can end the epidemic by 2030.
So for this year's Candlelight Memorial, it is my wish for us to all renew our commitment towards ending HIV stigma and discrimination, and work towards ending HIV in Singapore.